Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on S3. Hope your Wednesday is going absolutely amazing. Now, Crush is bringing you another episode of Unlock Your 100% on SABC2 tonight at 7:30. Now, Raul will be going on a journey to help you unlock your 100% and achieve your full potential. Now, while Raul was out and about on his journey, Graham caught up with one of the candidates, Thinus Marais from Cape Town, who is a doctor that also wants to be a florist on the side. Rather interesting story. Let's find out more.
Thinus, well done. Congratulations. I don't know what I should be saying to you when someone wants to step up and change the direction of their life, even just a little bit, and put themselves under pressure. Well, you've done that. So congratulations. How do you feel now that you've gone through the process? What's it been like?
I feel accomplished. I think first and foremost, I was surprised at what I was able to do during this process. It was a great moment of growth, I think, for me too. So yeah, I feel great. Top of the world, really.
So take us back to the beginning. Where did this journey actually start? Where did that little seed start to germinate for you and your imagination be taken in by flowers like this?
I think a part of it's always been there. I grew up in the Eastern Free State, which is a beautiful part of South Africa, where on the first rain seasons you get this cosmos that just comes out of nowhere. So these field flowers have kind of always been a part of my life, and I've always found it really inspirational. But it sort of really took off when I moved to Cape Town 2 years ago and went on a flower course and sort of learned about it, that I think my creative ideas just kind of sparked from there.
So what's the motivation here? Because knowing you as a doctor, that's got to be the most intimate connection you can have with someone. I'm sure you've got to read a person long before you go through your medical checklist of what's wrong with them. And there is something about flowers that is also deeply personal and very subjective. What is driving this for you? Where does one begin and the other end?
I think it's a bit of both again, and these are some of the areas I think the two fields cross over. Is it forces you to be present, it reminds you to appreciate what you have now, and that's what makes flowers such an interesting medium to work with. You know, it's only there for a short period of time, and you kind of have to appreciate every moment that you have with it. So that's sort of how I feel the two fields do touch on each other, I think, in a sense.
That being said, you have to hone certain basic skills, and you had an opportunity, I'm sure quite a daunting one, to meet one of the best in the business. What was your time like with your mentor?
Yeah, for me that was really, I think, where the biggest growth happened, because I've really only been doing this at home. I've been having fun with it. I would walk home, grab a bunch of flowers and play around with it at home, but that's really all it's ever been. So working with a mentor, kind of going through the mechanics of it, understanding how it works, how setups work, made a huge difference.
There is something utterly terrifying for me when you combine the art, something creative, and money. Those two things, it becomes a massive pressurized gateway again that you've got to push yourself through. And here you're doing it for celebrities, nogal. D-Day, what was that experience like?
Well, listen, on the day, I think I asked myself, what were you thinking? so I wanted it, but I wasn't sure if that was the right idea. But I think I've bit off quite a lot. And so on the day, I was a bit stressed about getting it done. But I think seeing the final product and sort of seeing that idea that sort of lived in my head for a long time actually become something is insane. From a creative perspective, I think that's where a lot of the joy comes from.
I'm going to ask you now to let us into your process. What is going on in the head? What inspires you? How do you feel when you work with flowers?
It's a difficult one for me to describe, because it's what's sort of called the flow state. So the moment I start working with it, it's almost as if the noise sort of shuts out, and I'm kind of cognizant of the flower that I work with and the movement that it creates and the direction in which it falls, and you sort of play around with that, and the flowers also tell you, in a sense, like how to style something. Like as you keep going with it and working with it, it sort of puts you in a certain direction. I kind of just become lost in it, so it really shuts off everything else, and for that time you just get to create something beautiful, which is a privilege.
It's starting to paint a multi-dimensional picture for me in terms of where you're taking this. It's going to be an inward journey, I think, of self-reflection and growth and creativity, which is wonderful, and a very external journey which could go in a number of directions. Where do you want to take this?
Listen, it's all actually growing a little faster than I'd hoped myself. Yeah, I've actually worked one or two events since, managed to really generate an amazing network again through help that I had from the mentors. So a lot of that has picked up. We created some custom ceramics, people have asked about it. So I really think this is going to probably grow some legs faster than even I'd anticipated. Yeah.
I have no doubt I'm going to see your name again in lights, in ceramics, in flowers. But what I'm most looking forward to is seeing you apply the same ethos and work ethic and human nature that you do in medicine to flowers, because I think you've got a lot of love to share, and we are really proud of you, my friend. I cannot wait for your episode to go out live to millions on TV. Well done.
Thank you.
Good job.
I love it. Very, very cool. Now, there's a doctor who knows how to keep his flowers alive and in good shape, for sure. Now, you at home as well can stand the chance of winning a queen-size Edblow bed valued at 10,000 Rand to help you unlock your dreams. Now, to enter, watch the show tonight on SABC2, comment on the competition post on the Clover Crush Facebook, Twitter or Instagram pages, and tell us how winning this prize will help you unlock your 100%. Don't forget to include the hashtag Crush in your answer. The competition closes on the 5th of March 2023. That's this year, of course, at midnight. T's and C's can be found on their website, clover.co.za. And again, don't miss tonight's show at 7:30 on SABC2.
It's The Crush. Unlock your 100% TV show. Catch all the excitement as we unlock Crush fans' full potential to live their dreams. Watch the show on SABC2 starting on the 1st of February every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Plus, you stand a chance to win your share of thousands of prizes. Simply buy any Crush and follow the pack for entry details. Crush. 100% goodness.